Hello everyone, welcome back to Link to the Past. We just got the cape, which means we just got this. Oh, I know why I wanted to go. We just got the cape, which means we just got a heart piece. So now it is time to head to Mire area. Now Mire is technically, ooh, that is gonna be loud. Sorry about that. That was my air conditioner. I forgot to turn it off. But yeah, so we are headed to Mire, and we need ether, which we do not have. But where is ether? Well, let's go find it. Well, we do know where ether is, actually. We have not gotten it yet. It is up in Death Mountain. I found a piece of heart and a red rupee. And now, unfortunately, because I can't just cheat this little puzzle game over here, I may actually have to do it legitimately. Yay! But it wasn't really that hard. It wasn't that hard. Alright, so we need ether, so we cannot go into Mire yet, so we actually need to go back up to Death Mountain. If you remember, we saw the ether tablet by Tower of Hera earlier in the game. Oops. When we came up here before. I am gonna go in here because I am getting wrecked by these cabbages. And while we're up here, we actually have some. Actually, there is some more checks that we can do. More treasure chests that we can grab. So we will do that. There is a glitch you can do to get some pretty good super speed. I don't remember how to do it. I also don't know if it's gonna work in this version. These guys are just kind of not in great spots. Alright. There was also... And while we're up here, we might as well just do a bunch of checks. Bunch of, chests that we can open up here in Death Mountain on both the light and the dark side. But first, we're gonna come over here and grab the ether tablet, which means we'll grab ether, which means we can finally grab. So now we can get into Mire. Mire is the 6th dungeon, not the 5th, but we are gonna go out order because it makes. I like doing Mire before Ice Palace. Just makes it slightly easier. Really just for one section, but nonetheless. But come over here, have your hammer ready. And first thing we'll do is we'll go in here. This is a spiral cave. Make sure you hit those blue dudes with sword beams if you are able to use them, because that way you don't have to worry about. Oops. That way you don't have to worry about getting hit. And that's just some rupees. Which, obviously, as you guys can see, I have plenty of. But now we will do what's called Paradox Cave, because it doesn't quite work right. So this is the bottom of the mountain. Keep that in mind. But if you go down this hole and you leave through that door, you come out a different spot. You go up, you come out higher in the mountain. So it doesn't make a lot of sense, and it's just one of those things. Alright, got some arrows and bombs if you need them there. You can come over here. Deal with these assholes. Well, we got a whole bunch of rupees. Again, I have so many rupees, it's kind of stupid. But it's 100 rupees ultimately in here, so if you're in some need of rupees, this is an area you can go. Will this work? I don't know. It does. That is a bomb jump. I'm still in the game. But now we will go up. We will go up here. And we are actually going to open up, while we're up here, we are going to open up Turtle Rock. We are going to go into Turtle Rock. There is a heart piece right there that we will grab. Oh, I forget. Okay, I did it right. You can't just do any of the three. You actually have to do it in the proper order. But here you need Quake. And when you do it, it actually opens up. And it stays open, so I don't have to do this again. At least I don't think I do. Better not have to. But now we will head into right here, actually. And this is, actually... We'll head in here first. We'll come back to that in a minute. That is what we're gonna have there is actually we're gonna have that is gonna be what's known as Hookshot Cave because you need the hookshot. But this is an area that really obviously, you know, it's not doing a whole lot for me outside of a heart piece or two. There is gonna be another item we can grab in a minute, but it's worth coming in here, especially if you're running on bombs. Maybe he has more of the upgrades. So yeah, it's worth. By the way, you can get that was bad on my part. I was itching my eye. You can actually get to this chest. Well, I fucked it up by bonking off that skull there. This is the only one that you can actually get to like that. Everything else you have to have the hook shot. But here it's just a bunch of rupees again. And it's 200, so again, a lot of rupees here in Death Mountain to grab. All right, here, this looks like it's just dead floor, but you notice there is a path. That path will be there. You don't have to do ether there, but ether will show the path. And you want to do that because this will lead us to our next heart piece. And our next heart piece is in here. That's right here. So now we only got 4 heart pieces, I believe. If I'm not mistaken, I think we only got 4 heart pieces left to go in the game. And, to be honest with you, I don't know exactly where they all are. Those are lying. Those are, fucking hell, what are those? Why am I drawing a blank on that? Those are, I can't remember what they're called. Wow. You do have plenty of hearts here, but you can use the cape to make this a lot easier for, especially with half magic. But I wouldn't recommend coming in here until very late in the game. And that is the Canna Burna. Canna Burna works similarly to the cape, with a noticeable difference of it has something surrounding you, which will help do damage. So keep that in mind. It is actually pretty useful, if I'm being honest with you. But now we got Death Mountain pretty much covered. We have ether. I'm gonna go buy. Might as well waste some. Oops. That's not where I hit 2. We're gonna go buy some blue potions. I'm actually gonna buy a red. I'm actually gonna buy a I'm gonna use one of these. Actually, I already have a green potion, so I'm just gonna use that. Now I'm just gonna buy 3 blues. Because why not? Now I have 4 blues, and nothing bad's ever gonna happen to me again. And get a free health pickup there. But now you have a choice to make. I mentioned earlier, I'm gonna go Misery Mire. But you can go Misery Mire, you can go Ice Palace. Whatever you want to go to here, you could absolutely do. It's not completely linear in this situation, so have fun with whatever. Because what you get, you actually, in Ice Palace, you don't get a required item necessarily. You get an incredibly helpful item, to be fair, but you don't necessarily need it. It is the blue mail, so it's not necessarily a quest item. Like here in Misery Mire, you get the can of Somaria, which is absolutely required for Turok coming up, and obviously Gan's Tower is really required. But nonetheless, we are in Misery Mire. Misery Mire is an interesting one, because this is another one. It's a very interesting dungeon if you don't know what you're doing. It can be tricky. It can be tricky. Oh shit. But if you know what you're doing, you understand where to go, this dungeon's not too bad, and you can actually do it pretty quickly. Ooh, bunnies. Oh. Of course, you gotta deal with these stupid things, but first we'll go up here. We have something to find. We have small keys. Small keys. You're gonna want to get a few of these. This has a number of small keys in it. I think 3 or 4 in chest, and then 2 or 3 hidden as well. I went the wrong way. That's okay. Oh shit. I really went the wrong way. Fuck me. I fucked that up. Okay. These guys here will actually drop bombs, ironically, like out of their ass, as you saw with that guy in the upper right. But they will also drop bombs when you kill them. So if you need bombs, oh, because I meant to go in this right one, but because of another small key up here, you will be opening that door soon. Use your cape here. You can do this without the cape, but you just take damage. Another small key. Down here you can't quite go to yet because it's blocked off. There is a chest there, but we'll be coming back to that chest in due time. Now we will head up here. Left, we do not need to go. We do need to go right. This fucking thing has another key. We will be going in there, but first, before we do that, we're gonna get smacked around by the anti-fairy. We're actually gonna magic this anti-fairy to fill up our health. And we did that for this reason. To get smacked, to get sniped by that asshole. No, there's another chest up here. Another small key. Again, a lot of small keys in this dungeon. And you don't need them all. Woo! But you need a few. Actually, I don't think you need any of the... I don't think you need any of the small keys in treasure chests. I think there's plenty to go to get through the dungeon just from the chest and enemies and stuff. But nonetheless, and that is our compass. You do have, you do have to... tile! turn on those lamps, and that is going to be important in a little bit. Get this full magic. Now we have to do it. We have to do something similar again. Here, your best bet, assuming it's gonna work in this version, is push, shoot, push, shoot. Make sure you do that quickly. You have a little bit of time. It's not like frame perfect, but if you let the block stop, you will not be able to shoot through the block. It has to be while it's moving. Otherwise, you have to do the actual puzzle of it, which you can do. It's not overly hard, and you have plenty of time. These, as you know, still these lanterns do eventually go out, so keep that in mind. If you want to, there is another sarsaparilla here. That gives you a hint if you have to come in there. You can come in here and be like, oh, what's going on? But nonetheless, this is where your big key's at. So that is important. Which allows us to get our dungeon item. We could go to the boss right now, but we can't, actually. Because we need the Key of Somaria. And that is on the opposite side of the dungeon. In Randomizer, this dungeon can be very interesting because it can be a long dungeon, similar to this, how you're doing this. Or if you're in Go mode and you find the big key in time, it can be a really, really, really short dungeon. It's an interesting dungeon. This bridge will collapse. Make sure you're fairly quickly. You got the Key of Somaria. It will be very helpful if you make proper use of it. What a mysterious cane. And now that this room's open, get the map. Okay, you can actually get to the I didn't mean to use that key there. You can actually get to the boss door this way. There was multiple ways to go. And now you just come down here. And now you're at that anti-fairy is not being a friend. Again, another full magic. That's always a full magic drop. Very useful if you need it. Now we're going into a little bit of a dark area. And this is where you're going to need your cane. There's a... Underneath here is a... Gotta make sure it's on the button properly, because that door will be closed otherwise. Now, you don't need it right now. That was a really good room. I messed that up a lot. You don't need the cane there. If you have sword beams, it will work. You can also hit with the boomerang. I like using the cane there. Watch out, little mice things can come out of this room and can hurt you. But now you need to hit that again, the crystal ball, to open up the left side here. Now we are making our way to Vitreous. Make sure you hit this crystal once more, and you'll learn when you need it when you first time through this dungeon, because you'll come here and it'll be blocked off. You'll be like, oh well, shiver me tits. Got lucky there. And yeah, you're good to go. And this is Vitreous. You gotta kill these small eyes before you can kill the big eye. I recommend standing close to this left corner and just pound away. You just gotta hit these fucking things multiple times. If you have silvers, this is really easy. But you see that Vitreous shoots lightning at you. That stuff hurts. But once you kill them all, he comes out, hit him with 8 arrows, and you'll be good to go. But yeah, I would recommend staying in specifically in the bottom right corner of the room, because you swing with your left hand. Doing it the other way would be a little bit difficult. Sorry. I like the boss music, even if it's repetitive. But we've saved another maiden. That means we only need 2 more after this. Yes, you can. I always believed in you. Interestingly, if you really want to and be dumb, you can actually go to Turtle Rock right now and complete Turtle Rock, which is typically the final dungeon where Princess Zelda is being kidnapped, if you will. But it really doesn't make sense, because then you have to come down to Ice Palace. But we do have Ice Palace next, and this Ice Palace is often regarded as many people's least favorite dungeons in the game, and I understand why. It is can be pretty confusing, and can be a bit of a pain in the ass. But that will be for another time, because this part is over. Join me for part 9 as we go into Ice Palace. Until then, deuces.